All right, so Kerry Werner, even better day than yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw you coming through John Wirt through the gnarly rock garden there, and you guys were all together. And then by the time you got to Tussey, I guess you were not all together.
Right.
So just run me through what happened today.
Yeah, so John Wirt was like my little test event for those guys. They rode well. They've been riding well all week in the rocks, but, it's been super wet today. So, little tester on John Wirt. And John Wirt, they have those, isolated rock gardens with stuff, good pedally sections in between. So, not too bad, but then Carson got to the front and really pushed on Longberger, the next little techie section, and he was putting Caleb on the ropes. So I was just following. Caleb was third wheel, and we started gapping him a bit. Caleb brought it back on a longer, a smoother traverse section, and then we turned left up 3 bridges, and Carson really throttled it again. We put another 10 seconds into Caleb and popped out on the gravel, and then it was just Carson and I working and trying to make Caleb hurt. And we had a good 10-minute kind of gradual climb up to the start of Tussey, and just I told Carson, I was like, dude, we just got to make him work by himself. If he gets to Tussey's gassed, he's going to be all over the place. And so we were able to do that, just trading pulls, being kind of comfortable. And then I rolled the ridge out front. Carson was just following me, and I think that's where we did the most damage today, just across the ridge.
Were you able to clean everything today?
Not quite. I cleaned all the stuff in the beginning. There was one spot in the middle where there was a big rock ledge that kind of messed me up. But other than that, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, how much harder is that in the wet? It seems like those rocks are not the stickiest rocks in the wet.
No, they're not. Yeah, it takes you got to be really careful about where and when you put power down, and then also you're gassed. So, your whole upper body is doing stuff that doesn't really work well with your lower body. So it's tricky. But yeah, I mean, it worked out for us. I think we did the most damage there, and then we rallied the enduro, and then it was just kind of just working together. A lot of gravel kind of after the enduro. There was one little single track section, but yeah, just kind of I didn't really care too much about the enduro. I knew that Carson was 5 minutes back, so if he got another 20 seconds on me, so be it. I just wanted to keep the pace rolling and keep it moving, put as much time into Caleb as possible, so it worked out.
All right, so you had a lot to gain, in the GC, and then Carson is with his flat yesterday was kind of out of it. So I was talking to him about it, but do you guys kind of have a little unspoken agreement where it's let's work together, I'll move up in the GC, you can have the stage win, or was it kind of just
we didn't talk about anything, probably because Carson maybe knew he could just drop my ass on the road climb, which he did back into camp, put 10 seconds into me. But I think there's also this element of Caleb's out of sight behind us. We don't know what's happened. If he flatted, that could easily have put Carson back in second in GC. So there's always the what if thing to think about here. I'm not sure if Carson's thinking about that, but I think he's also just I think it worked in his advantage to get some more time back on Caleb as well.
All right, so you moved into the GC lead.
Yeah.
But I heard it's an enduro bonus gap.
It's 35 seconds.
35 seconds. So an enduro bonus is 40?
An enduro bonus is 20.
Just 20?
So,
okay.
If I finish one place behind him, it's 20. If he wins and I finish third, then it's 40 seconds. So, but I mean, even if he finishes first or second and I finish second or third, one place behind him, then I have 15 seconds to work with. And 15 seconds, I don't know, Caleb's a strong dude. There's not a lot of big climbs tomorrow, but I don't know what he's got left in the tank. I'm not going to leave it up to see that, I'm going to stick his wheel as best I can and just hope that I continue. He's only beaten me in one enduro section this week, so I'm just kind of hoping with tomorrow being pretty gnarly, might be a little slippery as well, kind of hoping that continue that trajectory and actually put 20 more seconds into him. So potentially come out of tomorrow with 55-second lead. We'll see.
Were you? I mean, were you nervous? I mean, so you come to this thing like you're wanting to win. Were you nervous with the way things were going, or were you confident that you could kind of work it out in the end?
No, I mean, I was pretty nervous. I mean, I was nervous, but there was only one, like, what are you going to do? You either do it or you don't. So, like, I knew that this was a big opportunity for me. Like, Tussey in the wet was good for me. I've seen it. Those guys have no idea what it's like. And I do pretty well on that, like, touchy power stuff and really tech stuff. So, you know, like, the flat really was a big bummer on stage 2 for me. But, you know, like, it happened. I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know, nervous. I'm more nervous about tomorrow now that, like, there's way more on the line and smaller margin to, like, hold on to rather than, like, you know, chase. I kind of wonder how Caleb's feeling, like, if he's, like, super, like, angsty and, like, ready to get after me, or if he's kind of like, fuck, like, another day tomorrow, let's just get it done. Maybe Kerry will mess up, kind of thing. I'm not sure.
All right, we'll find out tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting. All right, thanks, man.
Yeah.